It is Halloween, and every Halloween we have a tradition. In my family, we have the tradition we turn off the lights and we read Edgar Allan Poe. I read the kids something scary every Halloween, and I've done it. And I remember one of my girls, my oldest daughters, were I think Hannah was in the third grade, and I was going to go read it to her third grade class, and the teacher thought I was insane. And she may have been right on that one, but it's a great Halloween classic. And if you've ever read any Edgar Allan Poe, what you have to understand about old literature, and even Mark Twain, it was not meant to be read quietly. Books, before there was radio or anything else, were meant to be read out loud. And it takes on a whole different life if you read The Raven or something like that. It takes completely different shape when you read it out loud. I recommend that you read some Edgar Allan Poe to your kids, but you read it out loud to them. And you maybe read it in advance, because usually they're short stories. If you're not a reader or somebody like that, you can get this on the website and play it. Turn the candles on, or light the candles and turn the lights off after you go trick-or-treating, and sit around a bag of the candy and listen. Edgar Allan Poe, The Telltale Heart. We were on vacation this last summer, and had all the windows open, and I read that to the kids. I think I scared the cows and the neighbors. Last night I went trick-or-treating with my kids, and I was walking down the street, and first of all, Halloween has changed. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but at least here in Texas, there was like nobody on the streets.
Yeah.
There's nobody on the streets.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're all doing, the church's trunk or treats, or what's happening.
Well, in part, that's where we live, but...
No, I went to somebody else's neighborhood. You're not going to my neighborhood for
no
candy. Actually, this happened in my neighborhood. I've never seen this before, and I don't trust I threw it away because I'm like, something's wrong here. I got home, and somebody had left candy in bags with a note, "Hey, we just wanted to wish you happy Halloween," and left candy for the kids. It was like,
oh, that's nice.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
But it was like, what, I don't have to go. All I have to do is just, you're going to knock on my door and give me candy? This is the greatest ever. But there were no kids in my neighborhood. But we went out, and I'm driving home, and I didn't see any kids.
We had a lot. I had
Really?
I gave away 66 candy bars.
Oh, you did? The full size?
Yeah. Because
Nice.
I've always wanted to be the cool guy in the neighborhood with the big candy bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked.
Anybody say anything?
They were like every time I brought the bucket, they're like, "Oh,
You had a
you loved it every time too."
you had an incident at your house,
cool.
did you not?
Yeah, we didn't have very many. I think our doorbell rang maybe 4 times, but one of the groups came and got candy. My wife happened to be outside, sort of to the side, the side of the house.
Spying on children?
No, she was actually fixing some pumpkins that we had set up.
Okay, yeah.
So they couldn't see her, and they got the candy. They were walking down our sidewalk, and then the two of the girls, who must have been 11 and 12, followed by their mothers, walk over to our Romney Ryan sign on the lawn, and they say, "Hey, Mom, can we kick this sign down?" And all the moms do is say, "Shh, honey." Not, "No, we would never do something like that," or that's really wrong.
You're in Texas. How come Jackie didn't respond with,
"Oh, yeah, that would have been my response." "Hey, how about I kick you down, you rotten little moronic brats? How about that? You like that?"
I would have just said, I'm loaded, and I've just cocked the gun. I would.
We'll take our candy back now, please.
Yeah. Last night I got home, and my wife is let's just say some of the charm of being, you could imagine being married to me at this time.
Worn off a little bit?
And so I said to my wife last night, I got home, and I said, "Honey, will you watch the show with me tonight?" And she's like, "Oh, your show?" Like, well, yeah. I mean, I wanted your advice on something. Okay. So she gets into bed, and she's like, "What do you want me to see?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll just fast forward. Let me just go to this one segment. Jeff Allen is on." Now, all of a sudden, she's interested, because Jeff Allen is a guy who, he's this comedian who I take credit in discovering. He's only been,
It's an interesting telling of that story.
He's only been on the circuit forever, and, very well known. But now that I've discovered him in my life, now he's going to be somebody. Anyway, Last night, my wife and my daughter, who doesn't find anybody funny because she grew up around me and I've kind of wrecked it for her, she went to Restoring Love and she saw Jeff Allen and she came back and she said to me, Dad, have you seen him? And I said, no, I just keep hearing he's really funny. And she said, he is so funny. Dad, I couldn't breathe. Now, she's a 20-something. My wife goes, she says the same thing. She said, tears are coming down my eyes, out of my eyes. He's so funny. Then we went up to Freedom Works in Cincinnati, and we sat there and we watched behind stage, and he is just hysterical. And here's the amazing thing. He's on our side. It doesn't happen. He's on our side.